Hello everybody, welcome to Dakman Productions and welcome to Conahey Apparel. So I know it's been quite some time since I posted a video on updates or my summer updates this year, and so I got all of it completed, and with the exception of this section here. And I know I asked opinions and what other viewers thought I should do. The one person who made the most sense to me, they said, you know, sit back, leave everything alone, and do a little bit at a time and see how it progresses. Because, you know, if you go too far, then it's sort of like irreversible if you don't like it. And with that being said, so I took that advice and sat back, and you got the viewers seeing that I made a couple videos and have not updated this section. Just running trains and thinking about what I wanted to do or thinking about what to do. And so today, what I did, and I'll show you guys. So what I did today is I replaced the 054 on this side of the track. So this is now 072 that's in here. Comes across still 072. And the 072 stops here. So from here all the way around to where the CNJ locomotive is 072 now. And then once it gets around to this point here, it turns back into 054. As you can see, the 054, original 054 horseshoe loop is still in place. And I have not yet created a double track bridge like I wanted to. So at this point in time, I'm just doing slow changes to make sure I like the way everything's going to be. And so right now I'm leaving the 054 in there a little bit longer to enjoy it. Not exactly sure. My original plan was to turn it into a trolley line, but after going 072, it sort of took a lot of real estate away where I would like the trolley line to go. Somebody had mentioned to take the track where it can go through the town instead of around the town. Everybody has their own opinions of how they would like their trains to run. For me, I like my trains to be in front of you, the highlight. The one thing that will always be the first thing you view is the trains. And I know for some people that's not really true, prototypical. Trains go through tunnels, trains go around behind things, and you don't always see them 100% of the time. But I like my trains to take that first view when you come down and see my layout. So that's why my trains run around the town instead of through it, which is not a bad idea, but it's not something that I wanted to do for myself. Now the other thing you will notice is that I installed this backdrop here. And that's because I was getting complaints of my fireplace being in the camera or my photos, as well as the dehumidifier you see back there. And so now when I go to shoot video, basically this is what you're going to see. I still have to finish backdrops. I gotta get more, and I'll finish it back there. But as you can see, the progression. So now you don't see the wood stove in the video anymore. So that was another thing I decided to do, and you can see I went ahead and put the ballast back in. The track used to be the 054 used to be a little bit closer, it used to be right in here, but because it's 072, it puts it a little bit further away from this outer loop of 072. Now I have not touched this outer loop, that's still 072. My plan was to go to 080. I asked you, the viewers, your thoughts on just leaving it 072. So, this is where I'm at now. We'll leave this alone for a while. I'll run some more trains, do some more videos, and see what progresses from there. So we'll do little progressions as I run trains and change things a little bit at a time. Normally I just have at it and change it, but this section here was a little difficult, and but anyway, so I'm gonna leave it like this for a while, run some trains, put some more thought into what I'm doing. As you've seen, I have had fun running trains on video. On another note, Greenberg train shows are coming back. They have announced 2 train shows for August already. I will be attending those. I did see the one in Oaks, and they got some great clubs lined up, so I'm probably going to be there both days because there's so many great clubs that's going to be at the Oaks version. And of course I'm going to go to the one in Edison, so I hope to see you guys out there. And in actuality, I am so glad to be back doing train show videos again. And don't get me wrong, it was fun running and doing things on Conahey Rail during the shutdown, and I'm glad the viewers stuck with me. So I'm looking forward to the train shows again. I know Conahey Rail doesn't have any steam. Maybe that's, you know, something that is a downturn for some people, but I'm a diesel guy. I just wanted to explain this. I like diesel locomotives. I don't hate steam. Steam had their place, and they deserve to be preserved for history and stuff, but I prefer diesel locomotives because I am a diesel mechanic by trade, so I can relate to the diesel locomotive. And a lot better because I know all the parts and components, you know, of a diesel locomotive, as most people, you know parts and components of a steam locomotive. I just prefer diesel over steam. Although I do have a Lionel Legacy Central New Jersey Camelback on pre-order, and the plan is to run an excursion train and a mixed freight train with that. You'll see that I have a CNJ train that I almost got completely made up. I just need to get a caboose for it. CNJ was one of the railroads that became Conrail eventually. So you'll notice that I'm trying to stick with trains that are originated from Conrail or became Conrail. The CSX train, as I previously announced, I ended up selling that because I wasn't happy with the fact that the police version did not have the red and blue ditch light on it. So I ended up selling that to somebody who's more than happy to buy it as it was. That sold pretty quickly, as well as the CSX freight cars. However, I do have my Norfolk Southern modern heritage locomotives. I got the Conrail and Penn Central heritage unit, so I still can run a modern day train. And with that being said, thank you for tuning in to Dakman Productions during the shutdown of 2020. Appreciate all the views and the suggestions and the comments I've gotten, because I had to concentrate my videos on my Other thing, and I'm glad I did get a chance to do all these updates and improvements over 2020, because I think it probably would have taken me 5 years if the shows weren't shut down. But I think I made a lot of progress, during the train show shutdowns. And looking forward to seeing people at the shows. You see me, come up and say hi. And once again, I'll be at the Greenberg, Edison, and Oaks show, August of 2021. Looking forward to see the club people again, and I'm just happy. So, alright, we'll end this here, and I'll be doing, don't worry, I'll be doing some of Conahey rail still here and there too, as fill-in videos, when the shows aren't up and running. But catch you guys later, and thanks again for tuning in and sticking with me.